Hello everyone, I'm going to do a quick overview of the tabs and widgets in the TouchOSC template. So here we have TouchOSC, and we can see in the document tree there's a tabs start here and tabs end. That's where all the tabs are located. So if I launch the template, we can see tabs at the top here, and if we go to preferences, there's two tabs in preferences, general and tabs. The tabs list all the ones that are installed within the template. Here you can choose to show or hide a specific tab, and when you go back they are displayed at the top. So I could just remove some here. The order of the tabs corresponds to the order of them in the document tree. So if I move the project mixer tab in third position here, we can see that also in the preferences it's in the third position, and at the top of the template it has moved. We can change the color of each tab. If I open the group in the documentary, there's tab color here. If I change the color, it will also change here in the template. If I delete tab, let's say the notes tab, it will also delete it in the template. In the preferences, there's also settings here, presets that you can save, rename to change quickly the configurations of the tab. Let's say we want a basic one with just tracks, returns and master. I select them here, then save. I can rename basic, and then I have access to this setup just by selecting basic, all the tabs, and basic, tracks, returns and master. So let's go back to all, remove this, keys, transport, okay, remove the codes, and here, and remove the clean. Okay, that's the tabs, how to display, hide, add and remove. For some tabs there is settings, so you can see for locators and scenes, for example, it's an 8x8 grid here. If you have less or you want to change this, you can double touch the tab button at the top and you enter the tab setting. So we can say only a 4x4 grid here, and now you have a 4x4 grid, and you can navigate here through all the locators. For example, we can do the same for scenes. See, we have a lot of scenes here. Double touch, and let's have a 4x6. And now we have a 4x6 grid. So that's the tab settings. So some tabs have settings and some do not have. Instruments. This is all the instruments. And we can reduce this also. There's another settings for the tabs. It's position and linked tabs. So you access this by doing a long touch on the tab button at the top, then releasing, and you have this menu where linked tabs and position. So if I select position here, we can set the width, height, X and Y position of the tab. And there's also the full height button. This is tied to the control bar setting here, because we can hide and show the control bar. And when full height is enabled, when you hide the tab, it will resize to the top of the template. And if we select another height, full height is disabled, and when we hide, it will stay at the same size. So this is useful combined with the linked tab property, because you can link a tab with another one. So let's say, for example, I have a session view, a 4x4. The session view, the settings for is here. Session box, tracks. I can go back to 8x8. This is a full session box tab. And let's say we want to combine it with a project mixer one here. So I can set the position, reduce it, then long touch again, link tabs, and link it to the project mixer one. So when I select again the session tab, it will display the project mixer tab also. And then I can go to the setting of the project mixer, set the width, X position. Let's see a little bit more. Here, so now we have both tabs displayed at the same time. Every time I select session, it will show the project mixer tab. And now we can go to the preferences, remove project mixer from, and it's still there. But I'm gonna put it back so I can enter the project mixer settings, and I've only 4 channels, and then 4 channels for the session box. Okay, now I can select tracks on the project mixer. Choose what I want to display here. Let's say I just want the volume. Now I have volume and the session box tracks here. Every time I enter the session tab, Project Mixer tab will show. Okay, that's for tabs. And then there's widgets. You access widgets here with the control bar menu. Widgets, and all the widgets installed are displayed there. So by default, they are not linked to anything. So when you select a widget, it will show or hide. This is a send widget. And if you select another tab, it will remember the size and position of the widget for each tab. And because it's not linked to any tab, it's a manual show hide. So it will always be displayed because I selected it here. And to hide it, I have to select again to show hide the widget. Just a bit more info about the widgets. You can move the widget, you can close it here. And for some widgets, like the tempo, you can resize it with the handle here. To show hide the handle, you just have to click the widget title bar here. And you can see it will remember the size and position. Transport here, session here. There's also the link button here. That's where you select which tab is linked to this widget. So let's say we want to link this widget to the session tab also. I select session here, save. And now it's no longer manual. If I select another tab, it will hide. And if I select session again, it will show automatically. So now we can use position properties of the tabs to make room. Session, position 8. Okay. Here, so now we have a window session tab with the tempo added. Okay, we could add another widget if we want. Let's say we want session navigation. We go to widgets, session nav, position, link, session. And now let's say we want to have the scenes here. Go to scenes, position, see later exactly. We are gonna display less scenes. Say 3 by 3. Yeah. And back to session, long touch, Llink tabs, scenes, touch again, and we have our scenes here. Let's say, so I can resize the scenes or the project mixer. Like this. So now every time I select session, I have this view. So I can navigate. Okay, and what if I want my own custom tab or custom widget? Let's unlink the scenes one. Let's unlink session nav. So to create a tab, we can just copy one, place it where we want it. Any group that has a tag tab will be considered as a new tab. So my tab, I can add a button, father, launch again. You can see my tab here, my new tab. It's also displayed in the preferences. My tab. We can long touch, position with 8 X. Go back to session, long touch, linked, my tab. So I have my tab here with my custom controls. And we can do the same for widgets. So go back, widgets are here in this group, in the document tree. We have a widget template. We're gonna copy, paste, my widget. Of course, there's a reference to the app version field here. So if I delete this, I will have to remove the reference app version. Okay. And I can also add buttons. Launch again. Here is my widget. We can see that it has been added to the widget list here. And we can link this new widget to the session tab. with my custom controls here. Okay, so that's it for how it is organized, how you can set up the template to fit your workflow or for live performances and things like that. I will add more widgets soon. Like I'm working on a widget that allows you to pick up an action or a batch action, so you will soon be able to add API actions here in a widget to randomize devices and control a lot of things inside Live. So that's it for now. Hope you found it useful, and don't hesitate to join the Discord server for feedback, bugs maybe, and feature requests, or just to talk would be nice. Thank you. See you soon.